Okay, so I'm filming in my car today. Don't mind that. But today's video is a part 2 to my first video, and if you haven't watched that, you can go check it out on my channel. The first video is to get over fear and anxiety, and this one is all about having the life of your dreams. So first step is you want to figure out what is the life of your dreams. Everyone's dream life is different. Everyone's dream life is either like you want to be a stay-at-home mom, you want to be in the working world, whatever you want to be like on an island, you want to have a farm, gardening, whatever you want to be, city life, like whatever you want to be, figure out what is the life of your dreams. Because if you have too many paths, it's going to distract you and you're not going to be zeroing in on one path. So this is like the law of essentialism. You're just focusing in on that one path. So be clear on what you want, be super clear, write it down, script it. And we did touch on scripting in the last video, but I'm going to make an entire separate video about this. You want to make sure that you are completely clear on what your dream life looks like. Like, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? How busy is it? Like, where are you? With who? What are you doing? All of the different questions you have to ask yourself, and you have to figure out the answers to all of those. So that's number one, and you want to write it down and be clear. Vision boards. Okay, next you want to write down, you can either write this down, you can speak to yourself and kind of talk to yourself about it, but what is holding you back from getting to that place? What is holding you back from there? Write down everything, everyone, anything that's holding you back from getting to that exact spot that you want to be at. This may be like living at home. This may be the job that you're at right now. This may be the relationship you're in right now. This may be the level of stress you're under, or whatever it may be. Everyone's is different, so just figure out what's holding you back and be clear on that and be honest with yourself and write it all out. You've written it all down. You've scripted the life that you want. You've written down what's holding you back. You have identified it all. You've been honest with yourself. As long as you're doing all those things, you're on the right path. Now you're going to make a multiple step plan on how to get to that life that you want. So break it down into very small steps. You can break it down into main steps first, like big steps, and then you can have sub steps like in between. And you want to have baby steps because these are small achievable things you can do on a daily basis. There's lots of ways you can do small step things. So let's say that you are trying to have a huge company in a big city. What would be the first little step? You obviously understand that, like, to get to where you want to be, you're in a small town right now. You haven't really gone out, networked. You need some outreach. You need some new experiences. So some of those big steps can be moving to a big city, going to an event in a big city, networking with people, and then your small steps would be that networking part. I said that wrong, but the big step is moving there. The small steps could be like you're starting to go there, you visit. You maybe do a lunch there by yourself, like you have a little lunch date by yourself there, or a dinner, and you just spend time there and you network. You can go to events, you can do anything in that area basically, or you can build a relationship with the partner that's in that city. And now you have another step forward into your dream. So this is just one example. Obviously everyone's examples are going to be different, and it's whatever you want your dream life to be. That's why you need to like really get clear on it, because a lot of the time, especially in my experience, I've wanted so many different things, and I see that so many people want so many different things, and you can have everything, just not at once. So if you want that family life, but you also want to be living in a big city, we're going back to the big city example, but this could be anything. This could be anything. Like, everyone's dream life is different, and this is not even my dream life. This is just a random example that's just kind of easy to portray in this scenario. But slowly you're getting there by doing small goals. You're slowly starting to get yourself in there, and you're living as if you're already living that life. So not only is it like a physical place you want to be, like, okay, it could be like you wanted to live in a big city, but it could be the person you want to become. Like, you could be wanting to become someone that really takes care of themselves, really values themselves, whatever it may be. These examples, don't really know because I'm making these up. But so lastly, I want to talk about waking up as if you are living that dream life. So I think I just touched on that in the last step, but you're waking up as if you're already living that dream life. Like, you're already in that state. Like, there's no more aligning with what you want to be. There's just being what you want to be, being who you want to be. Like, we keep waiting for things to happen to us, but we need to just make them happen. Like, we need to just be that. Like, if you identify as like, I'm Italian and Russian and Ukrainian, so I'm just Russian and Ukrainian and Italian. Like, I don't need to wake up and like align with that. I just am. So that's how you have to look at your goals, and how you have to look at the person you want to be and the life you want to have and the dream you want to pursue. Like, you just are that. That's just you. That's just your destiny. And everything gets changed along the way. That's another point we should dive into, is that, like, if plans change and your life changes, the direction, the course of action changes, it's okay. Like, you need to embrace that as well. Change is going to happen. Like, your life is not going to go exactly how you planned. Like, life is going to happen to you in mysterious ways. God works in mysterious ways. So if we have a plan, like, the plan could just be changed. God could just be like, this is not how I want it to be. Like, this is how it's going to be. And that's just going to be how it's going to be. So you have to, like, embrace those changes and be grateful for them. So we're going to recap everything that I said in having your dream life. So first thing, we want to be clear with what our dream life is. Write it down, script it, every single aspect of it, like the how, who, where. Maybe the how part is a little bit later. That's the steps and stuff. But everything else, like who, where, well, what is it going to feel like? What is it going to sound like? Because even, like, what is it going to sound like? Like, if you want to live on, like, a farm, it's going to sound relaxing. Like, it's going to be sounding like, maybe if you want the family life, like, you have kids, you hear kids in the background, like, if you hear laughing, like, you can even hear yourself, like, you hear yourself laughing, you hear yourself having fun, making jokes, like, uplifting others, whatever you want it to be. So get specific. So when you close your eyes and you have, like, you're in your imagination world and you can, like, envision everything that you want, you can hear, you can, like, smell it, like, you can taste it, like, what does it feel like in all aspects. And now we're on to, like, what's holding you back. Get clear on what's holding you back. Write it all down. What is exactly holding you back? Who's holding you back? Where are you in life that's holding you back? How do we overcome that? Get honest. Like, be so honest with yourself. There's no way you're going to progress in life if you're not honest with yourself. You have to sit down and be honest with yourself. Like, look yourself in the mirror and figure out, like, what is wrong? What do we need to change? What do I want? How do we get there? Like, what do I need to change to get to where I want to be? Fully align. Become that person. Like, wake up every day and be that person that you want to be. And take those practical steps to being that person that you want to be. Do it every single day. Small steps. You can do it. Like, it's easy. You just gotta literally just start. Like, Nike, just do it. Like, although we don't, like, we have to remember that, like, no one is coming in to do this for us. Like, no one is going to do it. Like, when you sit on your phone and just scroll endlessly, and I do this, I'm guilty of this, of course, too. Like, at the end of it, I'm like, no one stopped me from doing this. Like, nobody came up to me. My future self did not come up to me and say, like, get off your phone. Like, that was all me. No one is coming. So you have to be able to, in that moment, to stop yourself from doing things that are taking you off your path and just get right back onto your path. There's a book called Essentialism, and it's highly recommended in this level up community. In the self-improvement community, it's all about just focusing. Essentialism, like, what are your essentials in life, and then just zeroing in on them. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this video off because it's getting super cold in my car, but I am gonna be making future videos on scripting, and wow, my hands look really white right now. On scripting, and we're gonna be making lots more videos, so subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you guys have any comments or questions or video requests, just let me know in the comments and I will try to make those.